rap it. Freestyle if you want.
You just do. Our intro's pausing, but hey, what's up, WWE Champions Universe? This is Lee and Rusty from Champions Chat. We are live with 71 of our best close personal friends on Twitch on Friday nights, and we are going to power rate Cowboy Bob Orton. One more quick caveat. We are on the Candy Store account, so a couple things I cannot do. I cannot remove the Muhammad Ali link, the what's it called? Moment. However, please note that the moment is doing purple moves, not green, so that doesn't matter. Multi-gems, which doesn't matter. Matching all color gems by 3, okay, arguably. Receive 50% less damage, arguably. And generating 5 more actually doesn't do much because it's pyro. So the only thing that actually is going to impact this is his gem damage. However, if you watch our Should You Take Bob Orton 6-star gold series, you know that the gem damage version is the blue-red combinations here, and I don't recommend running them at 6 gold unless you just really need to have a stable win, because he's gonna win. You're gonna sub them, you're gonna stun them, you're gonna keep going with that. It's just that even at 583k per turn on a sub for 6 turns, if you could even get that to 1 million per turn for 8 turns, 8 million is still going to take you 10 cycles to win, and that's just not most people's cup of tea. So we're going to run triple green. This is primarily going to hit against powerhouses. However, it does still hit otherwise as well. And just note they are higher move charge. 8 MP to get you going, and then your finisher is 10 MP. So we're going to run George Steele to get your first 4. We're going to run Bailey to get your second 2, and green moves also do additional damage. If you have a middle line bonus, Tech Doink would be the better move here, and he's widely available because he does 75% all green moves, but another 75% to finishers, so you do get that 50% buff on his finisher. And then Neidhart, what's that?
I said there's one special thing.
Tech Doink?
Yeah.
Tech Doink, the free Doink?
Oh, that's not Mutant Doink.
Nenot Mutant Doink. No, Technician Doink. That should be a trickster.
Scratch that.
Jim Neidhart for green finishers do 50% more. He was pretty darn available during the oopsie of the 7th anniversary. And then Santa Hogan to start loaded turn 1. Please note, this Santa Hogan is the Super Santa. There's nothing I can do about that again, but he does add 30%. Oh yeah, Santa's 6 gold on the test account. Nothing I can do about that.
In my dreams, I have a 17k Santa.
In my dreams. Oh, that's funny.
Baby in the chat says Bob is going to be his first 6-star regardless, because I enjoy him too much not to. Yep. Interesting.
Bob, well, you'll see. Wait till you see the video, or you can just watch on this one here. Stop, drop, and get the pop-ups out of here.
It's out of control.
So I do need to switch from Zombie Sammy over to Master Otis here, because he is a powerhouse. There we go. Oh, by the way, Hip Designer, you're on the screen on the bottom here too, and you're in the Twitch here. You got this. Hi, I'd like to take this opportunity, and then that's all I can see. But okay, so on the special things, we're gonna run him without anything special, and then we're gonna rerun him real quick with the Iron Sheik plate. The Iron Sheik 84. Follow him on Twitch and YouTube plate, but we're not going to run that just yet. We're going to see it without, but we are going up against a powerhouse because that's Cowboy Bob's specialty. That's the important part. Baby Ice, him. Okay. Thank you.
It's mellow. He is him. Yeah, I don't have a sheet plate, by the way.
BT well, does. This is for you then. You can see it without. So we're already doing a pretty hefty chunk of damage here, and then you've got this pretty hefty chunk of damage right here. But we're gonna buff this up quite nicely. Bam, drop that. That just buffed 750%. So you're at 14 million on your pyro move and 26 million on your finisher. Now, one thing I didn't do is I should have taken a swipe and gone ahead and gotten it loaded that way first, because your finisher wasn't loaded, which, is going to impact things. But you can see once you're loaded, 14 million and 26 million. So 40 million once you're loaded in the same turn. That's pretty spicy. That is pretty spicy. And now because I did that, it's going to... I actually did this on the video I did earlier too. I don't learn apparently. But yeah, either way. So 40 million turn 1.
Right.
Turn cycle 1. Once you get him loaded. Turn 2 arguably in there. Blam, blam, blam. I'll run the next one a little better. Duckmeister. What's going on?
Why wasn't the finisher loaded turn 1?
Because it's a 10 MP charge move.
Okay. All right.
So that's, again, everybody's got to have a fatal flaw if they're not S
Right.
plus tier, and that's his. Is
Prop.
you
I
got
must use a prop because
Yep.
I was thinking that's one cycle for me. What do I do different? I probably just use a green prop every single time.
Yep,
Or,
that
or
you
two.
do.
Yeah.
So let's throw on the Scimitar's plate, because we saw the damage we needed to see, even though it wasn't ready to go. You could see the numbers, right? So 40
And
million, add
plus
a sheet
shield.
plate.
Into Hogan. That's outrageous to get that loaded.
Right.
Roxanne, Steele, and Hogan. That's
I didn't run Roxanne. You can
Oh, I
run.
know.
Oh yeah, to get him loaded turn 1. Yes, absolutely. You would have to have Roxanne plus
The
Steele
same-
plus Hogan.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bob
All
needs
right.
a moment.
Bob has a moment, but it doesn't do that for him. So
Charge, like a Legends moment. That'd be fun.
yeah. Look at that. We do get a nice match. Otis will hit us, but who cares? Otis can only tickle us. I did a Should You Take Otis 6-star gold video today too.
This Otis? Powerhouse?
This Otis. Yeah. Titan plate and everything. Do the
Interesting.
worm. Blow up the board. 2.7 million tickles right there. All right, so now let's see it. So our move is starting in the 1.6, 3 million, 1 million range. But look what we're about to do here. Not only do we proc the 750% buff, but we also proc the 100% buff. So now you're talking 17 and 30 million. 47 million plus the million I hit right there. 48 million. But you're also going to proc the Sheik plate another time by doing that. So he's already dead, but your finisher is now doing 34 million. So just over 50 million cycle 1, if you want to consider it that way. Boom. Boom. He's done. Anything else we need to see with Cowboy Bob? We could run the nearing end plate, but then you gotta sub out. You could also run the pyro plate, but again, then you're going gem damage.
Yeah, so I think the only thing that's like widely available that kind of helps Bob would be the KO plate as an ultimate. Like,
Right.
and it's not I don't feel like it's necessarily essential. It's just a little extra. You need a little extra seasoning, but
Yeah. And
I
I don't have Twitch app. We did run him without plates the first one. That was where he hit 40 million. But the trick is you're going up against a Powerhouse. Very specifically, you have to take him against Powerhouse or he will not survive the meta. So Rusty, you said the KO plate, whenever you make 6 or more immobile, increase your green gem damage and black move damage. So it's green gem damage, which he does make a lot of green gems as well.
I mean, I think it helps, I guess, but I don't know that it's essential. I mean, if you have a
Yeah, I
sheik,
don't think either.
probably have a KO plate, right? So
Probably. What strap me wired up? I always run 50% straps for previews, so that way they're not out of reach. And then double takedown 2s right there. Now I do have the 200% green move damage right here on that. So I mean, if you have a percentage takedown 2 that's green, try and get it to 6 or what is it, level 16, 15 as quick as possible. We're running move damage me wired up. Move damage.
So is move damage the better play on Bob at 6 gold? Like you still don't want a Fury 2 or gem damage trap?
I mean, we could try it just real quick. I mean, there's no harm. It's the same move set because he drops a bunch of. So for those curious, that it's still a 50%. It's just 50%. The other way, I can still put a 200% Fury 2 green, just so he still does get his bonus on there. What's up, Sir Zorro? Our friend Sir Zorro. Somebody drop his information in the chat if you can there. Follow Sir Zorro on YouTube. One of the biggest brains in this community when it comes to things. All right, so then if you're going to run gem damage, we'll run it 2 different ways, maybe 3, but I'll do it quickly. That being with the nearing end plate, and then one time with the other. Oh, let me do one thing real quick, Rusty. So again, I can't offset for this, and now that we're talking gem damage, that's 100% gem damage. I don't know how to offset for that. Actually, I was going to take one of the plates off.
Well, that's okay. I mean, we don't have to do the builds, especially if it's not even going to reflect the accurate number. I think we have the statistics from the build you had.
We do. I mean, I'll go ahead and I'll just drop one of the trainers off or one of the coaches. I mean, that's not quite fair to say that does what it does, but yeah, we have the 100% on there, so there's nothing I can do about that.
That's from Ali's moment, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't remove that, and I couldn't show you on my account because I have it on my account as well, so it wouldn't change anything there.
Well, we could say the equivalent here is having like Fury 2s. You know, if you've really got a decked out strap with Fury 2s, right? So you're about 20% damage off.
Yeah. So in order to show the true impact of just the gem damage, I'm not going to hit the power slam. Of course you're going to hit the power slam when you run it, but I'm just not going to, just so you can see what is pure gem damage doing, not just the move damage, because that's going to make it to where the move damage isn't going to hit him hard enough. And again, this also shows if you don't go up against powerhouses, he's not worth taking up. But if you go up against powerhouses, so gem damage was 15 million. It'll go up once we add the nearing end, but then I would have to hit the buff or the pyro plate. You can run the Piper's power plate as well, but I don't know that you're going to run the Piper plate on him over other options if you have it.
No, you wouldn't do that.
Yeah, Pumbaa, good old reliable Bob Orton. You're right. I mean, he is very good. This is one of the better free characters they have ever done. So
glad to have you with us on a Friday night, Pumbaa. First time chatter. That's awesome.
Yeah. That with Immortal Hogan may slap.
Use the KO plate. I love it.
I'll use the KO plate. Would be huge damage.
We love it.
We're trying to keep it more free to play, Zorro, but we've seen what he can do free to play. I don't mind showing what he can do without Immortal Hogan.
The hip designer is asking, so does he should we only run him against powerhouses?
Yes.
For this for the efficacy, right? For the effectiveness of his.
Well, Right, because
bone.
we just saw, even at 6 gold, he's hitting 17 million with his gem damage, which is just not enough for a 6 gold. Now, lower that'd be fine, but again, your gem damage doubles, so you're I mean, it's gonna equate very similarly, if not perfectly similarly. So Bob Orton is your cheat code against powerhouses, but that's what we've been saying since the beginning, right? That's what we've been saying, is that. So now this is getting us as close to loaded turn 1 as we can, but it is still a little move damagey base, but we're adding 100% immobile gem damage. We're adding the nearing end, which is 300% all gem damage, and then we've got the KO plate, which is another 150% green gem damage. This is not what we're power rating him based on. We're power rating him based on what we saw before. But this is, hey, if you have these tricks,
Let's
they're here,
open them
man.
up. Open it up like a Ferrari now.
Yeah, Bob, I was going up against the 6-star gold, but there's not a 6-star gold powerhouse that I could get to quickly. So that is the reasoning on doing it this way. What you got, Rusty?
Oh, just the itchy eye.
Itchy underpants. So I might, though, need to go up again. If we're doing just the gem damage build, I might need to go up against Zombie Sammy just one time, just to show the non-powerhouse buff. Because right here, I'm going to destroy him. I'm just going to destroy him. So hopefully it'll show what the gem damage is. And if so, that's great. Pop. It did. 34 million. So 34 million. Are we allowed to request cards for our personal accounts? Now that we have our Scopely account, no. Before we could, just because like if we needed them for a preview or something along those lines, but we don't get to keep the things that they send us with you. Yeah, that's right. Big Papa is 6-star gold, but we saw what we needed to see, which was the gem damage was 36 million right there. So
Give me what I want.
give me what I want.
Chat's giving you that Batista treatment. Give me what I want. give me a 6 gold opponent.
Give me a 6 gold opponent. We could sneak back into one.
Since a crease while Lee loads that up, we're on the Twitch account, which is everything's at 6 gold, but the content creators have an account that is only 6 silver still. So but nothing on our personal accounts anymore. No loners, no. Even like if I wanted to do a video, it would need to go through my Scopely provided content creator account.
All right. So on the objective side for power and speed, 4 points on each, because S tier, 4 points would be equal to 80% or more of the current in damage, which once again, I keep copying and pasting without changing this. I will soon fix that, don't worry. But there we go. So 60 million is going to be what you're going for. He did not hit 60 million. He hit in the 50 million range, which is 80% or more. And then you've got your speed. He does not start loaded turn 1 unless you use Roxanne and Santa. And so you get the idea. So he is at least a 7 MP charge. He's actually 8, but he does have flawless animations, and as long as you can get that first turn in, you will win in under 60 seconds, as long as you're going up against a powerhouse. So high charge moves, but he does recycle flawlessly. He will win quick, so I'm giving that a 4. On the readiness scale now, fans and friends, the 5 in readiness as Rusty gets the don't forget to unpin the one, and I will move the stupid thing that keeps deciding it wants to move itself here. And somebody clip things for us, because we're supposed to be clipping for Furpo. So
I don't even know what to clip. You're going straight into power, right?
Yeah, well, I'm done. This will not. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. This will not stay on screen. When I move it, it decides it wants to go somewhere else as soon as I click away. So best I can do.
Versatility. I'm pulling it up.
Readiness, readiness.
Readiness.
There you go. So for a 5 in readiness, character needs 0 or 1 special things, plate, gear, moment, or rare trainers to make them work well. So I wouldn't say he needs the chic plate as long as you're going up against a powerhouse, but by far the chic plate is in the conversation there. And then, what's that?
The vote is live.
Vote is live. For a 4, 2 special things. For a 3, 3 special things. Or for a 2, 4 special things. So, Rusty, what do you think about readiness?
I would say Bob needs something, right? For me, it could be that WrestleMania moment, or it could be that KO plate. I think he needs at least one special thing. And I think if he were my best tech that I brought to gold, I would probably only do that if I had 2 special things to really warrant some heat, of gameplay.
Okay. I could see that. I mean, for me, I think the chic plate, I don't know that he needs it again for the niche that he's going up against powerhouses. And just to be clear, if he's not going up against the powerhouse, he's not the best choice for you. But there's a lot of powerhouses.
Yeah, unless you're just using that stun lock to beat a tour. That's about it.
Right. And I'm trying to see some of the chat, but I'm afraid to move to another window because it keeps messing up the power rating screen on stream. So you have to let me know how it's doing. But
seconds left in the vote. It's really close, right? 50% are saying 5.
Oh.
And I think specifically to go after powerhouses alone. So they're like,
right.
Well, I don't need anything for that.
Right.
Then we've got, 38% at 4, 13% at 3. Because if you're wanting to do more for him to be a little more versatile, I'm sure you're going to want 2, 3, 4 special things on him, right?
Right.
7, 8, 9. It's really even. The 5s versus the under 5s.
Okay.
Is really one vote. It's 4 from 5.
And I didn't cast my vote. I would. I mean, that one's hard for me. Where did you cast a vote, Rusty?
I did. I voted down with 3 with Bob because, for me, I need him to have more to be viable at 6 gold. Otherwise, he's just not. Kaiser Ludwig is another powerhouse killer that I think I have more fun with.
Yeah.
So,
but
she and a KO and a 100% gym damage strap or a WrestleMania moment.
Move damage strap.
Well, for me, what I would want is the WrestleMania moment and then gym damage and really get the greens explosive is what I would want.
Gotcha. Well, if you're going up against Powerhouse, you're not concerned about your gem damage, but it was nice to build it out that way. I think a triple green against a Powerhouse doesn't really need anything. It benefits from a chic plate, but that's still 0 to 1 special things. So I think my vote would go 5, but we're still. I don't know if that tips things.
No, it's the predominant vote. It's the popular vote was 5.
Okay,
it would be 2
so we'll just.
ahead. Yeah.
Against Powerhouse needs nothing. Chic is. Oh, that's a nice way to spell it. Chic is nice. Okay. All right. Well, then let's go to versatility. Characters competitively usable in feud, boss, showdown. So that's the big categories. All 3 of them. And then also has to have special gym type that helps in boss or extreme rules. Gives you a 5. If they're competitively usable in 2 of the modes, that would be a 4, and competitively usable in 1 mode would be a 3. I think for sure he could be a boss battle guy. The green gems, the immobile gems for sure are going to be there. feud if you're going up against Powerhouse. Again, you're not starting loaded turn 1 unless you have a top lane bonus, which would be, are you going to put Bob on the top lane? Maybe,
Right.
but are you going to sacrifice that 50% bonus on that character unless you're just going up against a lot of Powerhouses? And Showdown, I don't know. I'm kind of in between on him. What do you think, Rusty?
Well, see, Sensei Kreese wrote in the chat what I've been kind of thinking, but because we're making an exception for specifically against powerhouses, which would mean the other 5 classes he's not good against. And so
Correct.
versatility, I would have to say, is lower because we're not even saying he's good in every format against every class, right? Which would be about 30 possible combinations. But
Correct.
we're saying he's good in against one class and maybe 3 formats. So we're looking at I would, it's got to be down. It's got to be down.
I agree. I think that's anytime you have this character that we didn't account for this specifically in versatility that way, but it does make sense because, again, at 6 gold, you're really only taking him up against Powerhouse. I mean, for me, I'm glad to be wrong, and you can yell at your TV and say, Lee, you're not getting it. But for me, I feel like that's what he does. But he does it very well too.
Here's feedback from the chat. Animations are very slow for boss battle.
Agreed.
He's got MP is too high for Showdown because Legends Link does not boost MP. He's not the go-to for boss and the things he's good at since they're better characters. He's the powerhouse killer in feud. That's his one thing, is what Bob said, and that's what I agree with. It seems like Sensei Kreese was agreeing the same there. Lee, yeah.
So what's the vote?
Well, the 4s have it at 43%, 6 votes, but the 3s are at 4 votes. Well, so
and I didn't vote. I'm a 3. So if that does anything to it,
no, the 4s still have it by 1. It would be 5-6.
Okay, well, popular vote is 4.
But I think that reflects that Bob is a popular character in this game and a well-loved poster that people have brought up. He's loved. He's beloved.
He is. And I mean, I think that's great. Like I say, for what he does, it's like Wolverine. He's the best he does at best he is at what he does, and what he does is not nice, right? He destroys powerhouses. So I also did not fix this. Legends Air Tech. There we go. In-game rating B. All right, fix that. So Entourage ability. Let me put the Entourage ability on screen first. And of course that messes up my screen over here, but that's fine. Entourage ability is a trainer. Blue gems do 40% more damage, and moves that generate black gems will create 3 more black. Blue gems do 40%. Moves that generate black will create 3 more black. So here's my initial thought. At the 6-star gold meta, 30% on up is better than your flat trainers. Although X-Daddy X wants us to test that. I might do that here in a bit because he's actually seeing 12K be greater than 30%, which should not be the case, but it's worth looking at. But so I think blue gems doing 40% more damage is a very good trainer ability. However, then it generates black gems, which is that feels a little off to me. But anyway, that is what it is. So a 5 would be essential, a trainer or coach you don't want to go into battle without. 4 would be widely used, helps the character reach their full potential. And a 3 would be a niche trainer that may not be used much but very valuable when needed. 2 is something you use if you just don't have better. Rusty, what do you think on that one?
I don't know that I've ever used Cowboy Bob in an Entourage. Like I'm trying to think about if I ever have or not, and I don't think I have.
Okay. That's telling. Did I lose your video, or did you just mute yourself?
We're transitioning as a family real quick, so I need to just kill feed for a moment.
You're good. You're fine. You're fine. Is the vote up? I'm going to check, which is going to move move the screen the right direction there. Schmike said we missed Nia Jax rating. Oh, you're replying to somebody else. Yes, the Nia Jax rating and the Road Dogg rating were very bleh. So I don't have him. I don't use him at all. I have him 4-star gold. Who was the chase? Beluski? Oh, who was his chase? I'm not sure I'm catching that one. First time I can say the community voting has been way off since a crease. There you go. JD Nash, he's a 2 for me. Bob, the coach, isn't even niche. I can't recall the last time I ever used him. Oh, he gets a 2 from me. Better generate trainers and gym damage. Yep. Never seen a 1 vote. The chat lost their dang minds, HD. Oh, that's awesome.
he is. Yeah, he is rated, I think, too high. I think HD nailed it. Like, I'm looking at this composite score going.
Yeah. Well, I didn't vote. I would vote him as a 2. I don't know if that throws things off or helps, but I would give him a 2.
No, I think that's right there. I mean, the 3 votes, there's 9. There's 64%. The 2 votes, 30%. So all of the votes there are low. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to put it as the vote has gone, and everybody can haggle over it in our our Discord server under the power ratings category, because I did note on here, I think personally Versatility should be a 3 and the Entourage should be a 2, but I only get to strongly speak into the objective ones unless it's just absolutely like what the heck is going on here sort of stuff.
I kind of feel that way right now.
Do you?
Well, yeah, just like what's the total score? Write it on the sheet so we can see what it is.
Bills Mafia. We have apparently the community losing their mind on this. So what do we got here? 4 plus 4 is 8. Plus 4 is 12. Plus 3. Yeah, we got a 20 out of 25 situation going here.
This is where I would say
that's the same as Muda. Right. Sorry, baby ice.
So this is where I think this score has to have an asterisk by it. Kind of like the baseball players in the PED era, where like Bob is against Powerhouse is probably a 20, but against everything else, he's not. So that's not
right.
I don't know that that's an accurate rating. This might be the one time where I've gone, no, we have got to figure this out, because that's not. The rating has been right on for everything we've done, but this one feels weird or bad.
I don't want to. I mean, we're already an hour and a half into the stream here, which is crazy. So I don't want to take more time with it. We could later on go back and power rate him against non-Powerhouse, and then all of a sudden he's going to be a 10 out of 25. So,
right. And then now take an average of those 2 scores, right? And I think maybe that's an accurate score.
Yeah.
This is just I don't mind being a little controversial with it to say, no, he's not better than even who did we do right before this one? I don't know that he's that much better than Waller. Waller can go against any class.
Yeah.
So,
but you know who he is better than? Road Dogg.
Oh, no doubt.
Okay, so real quick before we end this video, 2Bob's in the chat. 2Bob pointed something out here on our Entourage ability for Road Dogg. We put him as a 1, and he has the exact same Entourage ability as Nia Jax, who we gave a 3. So, argument to be made and noted in the video here, we definitely were not consistent with this, because while that was a 3, this is a 1, and it's the same thing, just a different class. So Road Dogg should be an 8 out of 25, matching Nia Jax. Just saying, it's out there.
Yeah. Yep.
So, same as Naya. Sorry, I know no, not Mia. Mia Yim's not in the game. So that's a 3. 2 Bob. Oh, 625 2024. How nice. 2 Bob, thank you for pointing out the injustice on that, because we just totally missed it. And it still says Mia. Stop saying Mia. Naya. No, Naya. Don't.
You know, Lee, this has just been a bad week of voting for the community. I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to be too cryptic, but for Batista to be in the finals of fan, and then for I can't even, Maxine Dupree. Oh, come on.
Oh, I voted Maxine.
Come
I
on,
voted
y'all.
Maxine. Road Dogg is back. All right. Somebody clip this, and we're going to end this video, but then we're going to go into my polls. I am hoping for something big. So, Rusty, take us out on the video. Stay on Twitch.
Well, guys, you saw it. I mean, you saw how it happened, right? If you see the score and you wonder why, you got to get here in the chat with us to help prevent further
travesties
on a Friday night on Twitch. So thanks to everyone who helped us with this power rating. And it's kind of leaving me scratching my head and wondering if we may not need to adjust something here or there for this, because Bob's not the only specialist. There are others that are particularly good, right? Devon against Showboats, right? So, so we may have to figure out that power rating. But we're glad you watched this video, and show it to your mom, show it to your friends, and we will see you next time.
Show it to your mom. Clip that. Boom.
Show it to your mom. She's a legend like Bob.